Destined Rivals. You've got it. We're back again with an early booster box opening. Ethan and I judged 4 pre-releases each, so 8 altogether across this weekend, and we have earned ourselves a booster box in compensation. Thank you so very much to everyone who attended. We had over 200 participants, so it was exceptionally fun. Everyone seemed to have a great time, whether they were playing or watching or cheering on their friends and family. It was just fantastic, so thank you again if you were there. If you weren't and you haven't been to a Destined Rival pre-release yet, they're still on right now. You can go on the Pokemon event locator on the website, pokemon.com, and check out where your nearest Destined Rivals pre-release is. I would anticipate that they're already getting quite full up. So if you'd like to get some packs early and have a great time playing with friends, I would implore you to very quickly jump on that website. I will put a link in the description so that if you haven't and you'd like to, you can open some booster packs early and play the Pokemon trading card game. Even if you've never played before, pre-release events are a really good opportunity to learn to play. There'll be lots of lovelies to help you along with that. So without further ado, let's jump into it. We're gonna go ahead and do our usual, opening 2 packs at a time to hurry this along. And of course, see who gets better pulls. Me. It's usually you. I'm gonna take the left-hand side of the box. You're gonna take the right-hand side of the box as we have earned this together. Can't make a journey together pun like I could with the last set. So I guess we are just destined rivals this time. Literally rivals in our box battle. So let's crack her open. Put the rubbish away. We're going to try and be tidy. We're never tidy. The studio looks ridiculous whenever we've done one of these. Let's get the display. Let's have a look. I always like to see what it looks like from a retail perspective because I'm a business nerd. And that's really beautiful. I love it. Giovanni at the front, the grunts at the back. I really like that. It's a great design. And then, of course, we do have some of the other superstars, Cynthia on one side and Ethan and Ho-Oh on the other. Ethan, how are you feeling about this set with your own Pokemon?
It's got my Pokemon
Whoa!
in it, so clearly they are the best.
So I can expect you'll be building that deck ever so soon. Right, I'm going to grab our packs. These are mine.
The only thing about these is that they're great for like retail display, but when they're a sealed box, they do look a bit boring.
They do!
Just with the white.
They do!
I understand that like you don't really need to design this bit because the packs are in front of it. So for retail aspects,
but wouldn't it be cool if all the grunts were there behind Giovanni? Like, oh, that would look amazing.
Because there are other trainers, Pokemon
present in this set.
We've got Arven, we've got Misty,
Marnie,
we've got Marnie, and
Steven.
They're all present in this set and don't feature on the box
at all,
or the pack art. And it's a little bit of a shame that they don't get a feature when Rocket gets 2 of the 4 pack arts.
Yeah. There are fewer of their Pokemon in the set, of course, but that doesn't mean that they should get less of the limelight. We love Arven and his sandwich mechanics in this set. Of course, as usual in our videos, we're obviously going to be looking at all of the cards in this set from a playing perspective. We're going to talk about which cards are great, what you should be looking out for as a player, and which ones, you know, could be a bit funny, could be a bit of a meme deck for locals for the first week, give everyone a bit of a shock with your Breloom deck or something. So we're going to look at those cards and see what stands out as well. So you'll get a little comment from us on the playability of the cards in this set as well, not just how shiny and sparkly they are, although that matters too. Okay, we're going to crack right in. I'm going to zoom you in a bit. You ready? Okay, you guys dealt with that really well. I know some of you can get a bit seasick. Here we go.
Code cards for live.
Oh yeah, we love a bit of code cards for live. I'm going to put them all to the side. They're going to be used for prizing in my online weekly tournament. Starting off, I've got my first ever trainer's Pokemon. I've got Cynthia's Roselia, which feels very apt.
And we've got Team Rocket's Jingling, which is okay.
Ooh, Team Rocket's Nidoran and Grimer. Oh my gosh, Team Rocket's Fluffy and Tarantula.
There are a lot of Team Rocket's Pokemon.
There are so many! Drowsy? Oh, basically every card.
Ariana, this is a very good card.
Go on, chat to us about Ariana quick.
I mean, if you're playing a Rockets deck, it's very good. You get to draw until you've got 8 cards in your hand. So if you just use Rockets Pokemon, you get some of the best draw available. It's less good if you've got other Pokemon down, but it's still good in pre-release.
Yeah, absolutely. You're so right. Team Rocket's Great Ball again is great. If you're running a deck, it's a bit like Capturing Aroma, but just for Rocket decks.
Exactly.
It's exactly Capturing Aroma. So if you've played with that, you'll know a bit about that before. Go. Alright.
This Torchic's really good.
It's
got 70 HP.
Whoa,
we
that's a
finally
lot.
don't just die to Phantom Dive's damage counters.
Whoa, gotta go fast.
And Tyranta.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, the big problem with the Blaziken Greninja deck was that the Torchics only had 60 HP.
The Torchics were too tiny.
Yeah, so if you hadn't evolved all of your Torchics by the time Dragapult was attacking, you were kind of...
Not having a great time.
Not having a great time. Your Torchics would go straight away.
Aww.
And you couldn't do anything about it.
I'm
now...
astonished by the amount of trainers Pokemon that are in these packs.
Yeah, this set is a lot more heavily weighted on trainers Pokemon.
Quick note for pre-release, I love this card for pre-release. This Ethan Sudowoodo is really fun for impound. 20 damage, but your opponent can't retreat that defending Pokemon the next turn and try to imitate for 2 energy, but colorless, so you can kind of pop that in any deck. Flip a coin. If it's heads, you choose your active Pokemon's attacks and use it as your own. So if they have something all set up, flip a coin to see if you can do it too.
You've got the Crime Mareep.
Oh, look at him. I love that Mareep. It's so funny.
Another Ariana.
We're not mad. Oh, I really like this Ogerpon art. They're looking great. Wobbuffet. Ooh!
In Holo, which is nice, because you get them in the pre-release kits, but they're non-Holo versions.
So we can start blinging out the Ethan's Typhlosions, and they're really great. It's a fantastic Pokemon. It will be seen in a meta near you, so make sure you're keeping your Cyndaquils, Squalavas, and Typhlosions close to your heart.
I like this reprint. Energy Recycler is back.
I'm super happy about that. There are some gorgeous arts of Energy Recycler. We've kept some of our old ones. I love this Cynthia's Power Weight. For any Cynthia deck, you're going to need these. 70 extra HP.
Makes Garchomp 400 HP.
What? 400? That's horrible. That's horrible. Like, these look like kind of like floaties. I just can't imagine like Garchomp with little floaties on. A Mudstale and a Mudbray. Oh, look. Granite Cave. What does that do? Oh, it's the Stevens Pokemon one. 30 less damage. Awesome. Oh, it's a Titan.
So Titan's pretty cool. He's big.
He is big. He's great for pre-release in that respect.
HP, stage 1, and items and supporters can't affect him because of his ability. So he can't... Boss's Orders doesn't work. Counter Catcher doesn't work. Prime Catcher doesn't work.
Nope. So Titan's too big. He's too big.
Put a survival brace on him.
Whoa. Massive.
Loop him.
Oh, he's got 4 retreat cost. You can use Heavy Baton on him as well. Because 4 energy cost. I mean, like, we can use a Baxcalibur engine maybe to make that a bit easier with Chien-Pao. And then actually that's looking quite nice. You can keep your energy in play. You don't necessarily need to keep the Baxcaliburs around, which means that maybe your opponent won't be targeting them as much. It has potential. Unfortunately, its damage output is where it lets itself down.
I mean, not really.
I mean, it's
140. Not. It does an extra 140 if you discard a stadium. That's 280 damage.
That is actually pretty significant.
Relevant.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So, you know, so Titan.
Like a Zoroark number.
Yeah.
280.
Ooh, okay. So Titan. Oh, look at the little blip. Ah! I love looking for cute art. Oh my gosh. Sacred Ash, yep, I like this one. Shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck.
That's a nice reprint as well.
We love that. And some of the old arts, again, beautiful. Ekans. Cynthia's Garchomp!
And a full Arbelievers.
Arbelievers attack is really funny, the first one for pre-release. So if you get an old believer and you do manage to get the evolutions, even if you just have a Smoliv, have a check whether your deck has the rare candies, because some of them do feature rare candy this time. And our believer can be a bit of a menace, not gonna lie. But we love a Cynthia's Garchomp, very pleased about that so far. I'm actually liking these pulls so far. We've got, you know, 2 kind of playables and a full art grass type. I ain't mad. Another Ethan Pseudo-Wudo. Gibble. Oven sandwich!
Watchtower.
Oh, I need some of those. We need a play set of those. I want to make sure we've got plenty. Very, very, very good. Oh! Oh, that's precious.
Arven's Greedent. Greedy Order gets sandwiches back from your discard.
I love
you've
that.
got infinite sandwiches with Greedent.
I love that. Sandwich engine. Let's do it. Who's going to make the sandwich deck first? I love this Articuno art. Evil looking Articuno. Very good, very nice. Again, Archer, we got a Team Rocket's Archer there. Again, one of the essentials. If you are building the Team Rocket themed deck, you're going to need a good couple of those as well as your Arianas.
Very similar to trainers like Ace Trainer or Roxanne in the past.
Oh, yes, and we know how impactful those have been.
I'm a little disappointed. I'm pretty sure this Citadel is like a reprint. I remember this artwork. I'm a little disappointed that it wasn't a new Citadel. I might be wrong, but it looks very familiar.
Yeah, maybe it's just quite similar. So Toddle is always a happy little guy after all. I'm trying not to scream too loud because it makes the mic speak. That's like my entire chase card of the set. I'm done. I'm going to go home now. I'm already home, but... Shaman is going to be one of the most impactful cards to our meta. This little grass friend is so imperative. And of course he comes in a regular art, not just this beautiful character rare. Flower Curtain is once again giving us bench barrier. We're getting protection, prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon that don't have a rule box by attacks of Pokemon EXV, anything with a rule box, so which is fantastic. It finally gives us just that little bit of an edge, and it'll make a lot of decks a lot tougher.
A side note to this crystal, it has the safeguard ability, Mysterious Rock In, prevent all damage done to it by effects of Pokemon EX. But its attack is also pretty good. It has Shred. So Superb Scissors is not affected by any effect on your opponent's active Pokemon. So you're able to just kind of hit through anything that might be annoying to you, thinking Cornerstone Ogerpon stops Pokemon with abilities attacking it, or Superb Scissors gets straight through that, and Cornerstone is weak to grass. So you're doing 240 damage and one-shotting it.
That's beautiful. And how much damage does Cornerstone deal back, Ethan?
140.
Pew, 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 pew.
So you don't get one shot by the Shred on Cornerstone.
So
Demolish doesn't do enough.
Demolish doesn't demolish Crustle. Our lasagna crab survives that demolish. So brilliant little counter to that potentially if you're running something that would go nice with that Crustle. I love it.
Yamega is a good target. Yamega EX in this set accelerates grass energy into play and moves them to bench Pokemon after it attacks.
Love that. Little clay Smoliv. Brilliant. Oh, Slugma! Oh, Team Rocket Spidops, another great Team Rocket card. You're going to want some of these if you're running a Rocket-themed deck. Charging up as an ability once during your turn, you can attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon and Rocket Rush for just 2 energy, 1 grass, 1 colourless. This attack does 30 for each of your Team Rocket's Pokemon in play, but don't forget you can also just use this as an acceleration engine with things like Energy Switch. So there's other utilizations of this Spidops, but generally Rocket Rush, especially with our increased bench sizes these days, can be fantastic.
There are unfortunately no Rocket Pokemon that are Terra, so we can't increase our bench size without putting a non-Rocket Pokemon into play, which kind of hurts Ariana.
It does, so you might consider using other supporters.
However, it does cap out at 180 damage without Area Zero, which is pretty good for a single prizer that sets itself up.
I can see a lot of different deck styles coming out because of this. I'm excited to see what everyone cooks up. Another power weight and an energy recycler. We're doing good for playables. Barraskewda. I like Barraskewda. He's a funny guy. Ethan's Ho-Oh EX! That's what we're talking about. Golden Flame. Once during your turn, you can attach up to 2 basic fire energy from your hand to your benched Ethan's Pokemon. Shining Feathers does 160 and heals 50 damage from each of your Pokemon. But ultimately, this is just a great fire type engine to get your energy online fast. Ho-Oh is looking like it's going to be shining bright.
Yeah, you can play it with just an Ethan's deck with maybe the Mag Cargo that does more damage for the amount of fire energy you discard from it. Or you can play it with Armor Rouge from, I think that's Scarvi base set? No, not Scarvi. Yeah, Scarvi base set.
I think it is,
which moves all fire energy from bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon whenever you want.
Brilliant. Yeah, Fire Off, I think that ability is called, isn't it? It's not an EX, it's just a little guy, but it's a great little addition there. Oh yeah, that's the one, yeah. Steven's deck's looking like it's gonna have that kind of Luke metal effect of having less damage for the stadium and then the Carbink and all sorts.
Yeah, well, the Hop deck increases the amount of damage with all the different Hop cards. The Stevens deck is reducing the amount of damage for all the Steven cards.
So it does essentially the opposite, but I like that they've gone ahead and gone, okay, well, Steven's the steel type guy. What would Steven be doing?
Stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Another sandwich. An Ethan's Typhlosion. We love a good holo Ethan's Typhlosion. Again, brilliant attacker. Great in the pre-releases. You can get them in the pre-release kits, but you can also just use them in a lot of decks. Got really great flexibility. And one of my favourite Pokemon. I like that Breloom. Got ideas for something funny.
I'll make sure to hide the Breloom. Team Rocket's Transceiver is a good card. It's kind of like Poker Gear, but it just searches your deck for a Rocket supporter.
No top 8 nonsense here.
No top 7.
Oh, it's 7, yeah.
Yeah, you just search for any of your Rocket supporters.
Yeah. I've been watching too many regionals. Top 8 just comes out my mouth. Proton! Hello, Team Rocket's Proton. One of the kind of lesser used, I feel. No?
I think
you
Proton
think it's going to be a lot?
I think Proton's used a lot. It's specific for Rocket decks, but you can play it turn 1 going first.
That is true.
And it gets 3 Rocket Pokemon out of your deck.
Yeah, but they're basic.
They are, but with Rockets, if you're going first, you can play that turn 1.
Yeah.
Your opponent won't be doing much on their turn 1, and
True.
then you can attack as early as turn 2 by evolving those Pokemon.
That's true. I just feel like, you know, as the game goes on, it feels like all those typical supporters that get you basic Pokemon where you're like, I don't want Gloria now, because it's late in the game and you're done with getting your basics. But yeah, still a great supporter. Very happy to have a full art. Looking very, very swish there, Proton, and green hair's a good choice, my man.
However, with the Rocket's Transceiver, you can just search for that. So
That's
you don't
true.
need to play it in high counts in the deck.
This guy, they reprinted this guy with the same art and everything.
See, I like that
He's
guy.
such a creepy little fella. You got beat by that. Why are you happy? You got beat at a regional.
It was that one.
Was it not? Wait,
No,
look at
that's not slighting.
No, it's not. It's
That's
not.
a good one.
You're right. Oh, Hollow Sacred Ash, Misty's Gyarados.
Marnie's
Ooh.
Grimmsnarl. Now, we saw
Ooh.
this do really well in the Champions League. I can't remember whereabouts it was, but it happened a couple of weeks ago. The Champions League. This kind of took over as a new deck from this format. Paired with the Frostlass and the Monkey Dory, it's able to kind of, its ability to accelerate energy from deck when you evolve into it to any of your Marnie's Pokemon, very similar to Charizard EX with its Infernal Rain ability. Yeah, it's really good for just setting itself up and does good damage.
Does great damage, and like you say, pairs really well with that Frostlass Monkey Dory. So if that's your style of deck, you're going to be wanting to take a look. Criminal.
Yeah, that Marie artwork's like
It's
one
like
of the
the
best
best.
artworks in the set.
The best. It's so good. Ooh.
Team Rocket's Orbital Illustrator.
It's not a great Pokemon card, but I do love the art. It's very good. And I got the Team Rocket's Crobat EX. Crobat has been a Pokemon that has been incredibly good whenever we get any sort of pretty V or EX Pokemon. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may choose 2 of your opponent's Pokemon and put 2 damage counters on each of them. And Assassin's Return lets you put the Pokemon back into your hand and does 120 damage and 310 HP, which we love to expect from a Stage 2 Pokemon, to be fair.
Yeah, and the ability is very similar to the Golbat. I think the Golbat chooses 1 Pokemon and puts 2 damage counters on it. So putting it all back to your hand lets you re-evolve into stuff the following turn and place a lot of damage counters. So it doesn't matter that its attack only does 120 damage.
We don't mind.
You build that up with the extra damage counters from Golbat and Crobat.
And we love that. It's very similar. So there was a theme deck a little while back that had a similar engine, but you drew cards and you drew 1 for the Golbat and 2 for the Crobat. And that was a really cute starter deck to teach people about abilities. And so I love that they've given an ode to that, keeping the mechanics similar with the Crobat line, getting bigger and doing bigger things as we go up.
And a full art Cynthia's Garchomp EX.
Wowza!
That's pretty cool with the ghost of Cynthia in the background.
I love it. Looking great. I like those cards. I like the kind of Battle Bond-esque look that it gives them. Very Ash Greninja of them. Two Cynthia's Garchomp. Pretty good form box. I like the pulls so far. There's so many playables in this set.
Yeah, this set's a better set for playables. Oh, that's worth noting, actually.
Oh, Guy.
The Dwebble for the Crustle has Ascension. So
Yay!
you can just make it straight away, turn 1 going second.
We love that. Ascension is a fantastic attack that we've had a lot on a lot of different Pokemon. You search your deck for an evolution of the Pokemon and just evolve it. So obviously it is an attack, it ends your turn, but you do get straight into that Crustle, which is fantabulous.
Also, the 70 HP, really good. You can still search it with Buddy Buddy Puffin.
We love that. Ooh, MC's hype. Whoa, baby! That is what we're talking about. Giovanni with Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX Golden. And that is a stunning card, of course, one of the most powerful cards in this set. But like we said, it doesn't mean that there aren't lots of others. We've already established there are loads of different decks we could build just with what we've got on the table so far. But this, now that is a gold card. Golbis. Let me get sleep.
I'm not sure whether gold cards count as illustrators or not. Because I've had 2 illustrators, and you've had 1, but we've not had like the secret illustration rares. I'm not sure whether gold cards count as secret illustration rares.
I'm not sure. We're quite low on packs now, guys. We've got 2 more each after this, so there's 4 more packs left in total. I'm pretty happy with everything thus far. There's that Mad Cargo we were talking about. I'm going to talk about Breloom for 2 seconds. I'm a weirdo, okay? Leave me alone. Damage Rush. It's one of these infinite attacks as long as you just keep flipping heads. I love these sorts of cards just because it's funny to see how much damage we can do with Damage Rush. You do 30 plus 50 for each heads you get. So you're minimum doing 30 damage, which is just something. It's nice. And then theoretically, you could go infinite with that as long as you keep flipping heads.
It's nice that it has a minimum damage. A lot of like the Gimme Ghoul with continuous coin toss. If you just flip tail straight away, you do nothing.
Yeah, like absolutely nothing.
So it's nice that it has a base damage.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, Pikachu EX, right? Resolute Heart, at least minimum. I could get through that with 1 attack, and then, you know, next time we could do a knockout, potentially, depending on how lucky you are with your coin flips. Oh, Petrel again, another good Team Rocket Pokemon, but probably a one-of in the deck, unlike the others. Woo! Hello, Rotom!
And an Electabuzz.
Electivire is probably one of the less exciting cards in the set, but I love this Rotom. Look how cute he is. I kind of like his attack as well. Gadget Show, there's definitely something there. His attack does 30 more for each Pokemon tool attached to all of your Pokemon. I feel like there's something there with that Reveroom maybe, the one that can have 4 attached. So there's a meme deck here. Take note, there's a meme. And a Hydrapple. We love a good meme deck for locals. People will be like, why is there a Varoom on your bench? And you go, ah, ha, 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 well, well, well.
Last pack.
Last pack. Last pack magic. So far I'm winning this, I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Mewtwo's pretty good.
Oh! Go away, go away. Why do you do this every time? Every time!
That's the secret illustration rare Team Rocket's Ariana.
Because of course, she's gorgeous.
I think that takes the cake.
No, look, I've got, look, I'm not taking this line down, okay? Look, I've got so many good things here going on. I've got Proton, I've got Mewtwo, Gold, Cynthia's Garchomp, Crobat, Ho-Oh, Shaman, Rotom, all of mine, let's put Rabsca to the side, all of them are playable
Okay.
from Rabsca.
So the Rotom is a bit of a meme.
Look, it's a
not-
meme, but it's playable.
Well, no. The Rotom and the Orbeetle are kind of similar level, but my Cynthia's Garchomp's full art. And I've got Marnie's Grimmsnarl, which is definitely playable. Because we saw it take over the Champions League. And Team Rocket's Ariana, one of the best Team Rocket's supporters. If not the best Team Rocket supporter, compared to your full art Proton.
I raise you Shaman.
Shaman's okay.
Shaman's great.
But it's no Team Rocket's Ariana.
Shaman's going to be in more decks than Ariana.
Maybe. But it's probably cheaper and easier to pull compared to this.
Look, this isn't a battle of money, my man. This is strictly pack battle.
But I think I got both the full art Pokemon.
But
I got 2 illustration rares.
I got 2 illustration rares.
They're even. We got 2
No,
illustration
mine
rares.
are more playable than yours.
I don't know. The Orbeetle is pretty good.
Yeah, but it's a stage 2. Mine are both basics.
And the Greedent is good for infinite sandwiches.
Greedy. All right, well, I'm going to leave it up to the comments section. Who do you think won that booster battle? Overall, I am thrilled with that. That is one singular booster box.
And we got a lot of playable cards.
So many. Not only just in these polls, but also in our, what a lot of people might consider bulk. I am over the moon.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best boxes for like playability I've opened in a very long time.
Very, very, very long time. Me too. I don't think I've seen as many playable cards in a single booster box as this in a very long while. And I don't think that is going to be an experience that is exclusive to us. I think that is an experience that is going to be shared by a lot of people when they open boxes or even just booster packs from this set. There are so many playable, great cards. Even if it's fringe playable, even if it's a meme, there are things that can be built into decks in this set. If you see any booster packs around at your local store, might be worth picking up a few at a chance of some great playable cards. Honestly, I am really thrilled with this box. I do not think it could have gone a lot better from my perspective. I think this is going to be, as a player, this is going to be my first 10 out of 10 box on the channel. I don't think it could get a whole lot better. I don't think there's anything massive missing. Obviously, I'm never going to get a whole deck that I can build straight away in a box, but I reckon with trades, this would healthily be able to build me at least one deck. I'm thinking maybe even 2.
I mean, yeah, the stage two decks quite often play 2 to 3 of the stage 2, so getting 2 different Garchomps, that's pretty much there.
You're there.
Again with the Grimmsnarl, we're like about halfway there with that. I'd say it's pretty good going.
I'd say it's pretty good going too.
And the Shaman is, we're
going to need one of those.
You only need to play one.
Exactly.
In any deck.
And we're going to need one. And what do we get? 1. absolutely thrilled, over the moon, could not really be much happier when you consider how many pulls there are in a booster box, you know. There are always going to be limitations, there's always going to be something that's left out, but I don't think there's anything glaring to me from this set that's not here. I'm pretty happy. Let us know what you think down in the description and the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.